Good morning, Ms. Peterson. Today I will be discussing and demonstrating a strength and conditioning program for high school students starting in the 9th grade. This program consists of circuit training, powerlifting, bodybuilding, and breathing/form techniques. Throughout this video, you will learn how to modify various exercises which is needed, especially in the condition our nation is in due to a global pandemic. You will also learn various anatomical muscle names along with the energy system that is utilized to perform these exercises. The first slide demonstrates how to modify your standard push-up. So the push-up helps build the pectoral muscles, which are the chest, the deltoids, which are the shoulders, the triceps, which is the rear of the arm, so the posterior of the arm, and the abdominal wall, which is the stomach area. But first, be sure to wear your fitness attire, especially your gloves considering today's climate. Notice the technique. You want to keep the back straight, toes together, hands at chest level and shoulder width or wider than shoulder width apart, eyes looking forward, and be sure to drop those elbows to about 90 degrees. So this is what we call a regression of the push-up. You drop those knees all while maintaining that same form as your standard push-up. This would be a progression to the push-up, so adding a medicine ball and or basketball to help with the stability portion of the push-up. Be sure to inhale, so breathe in on the descending motion of the push-up, and exhale, so breathe out on the ascending motion of the push-up. Then we're going to also go into another progression from the stability ball. We're going to go into a decline push-up. So elevate those feet on anything, all while maintaining that proper form, that straight back, neutral spine, neutral neck, come down to that 90 degrees. So our next slide, we're going to demonstrate how to modify your standard squat. So the squat helps build the quadriceps, or the front of the thigh, the hamstrings, the back of the thigh, the adductus magnus, which is the inner thigh, and the glutes, which are the buttocks, the abdomen, the stomach area, the upper back, which consists of the trapezius, and the latissimus dorsi, which is right beside your rib cage, and the calf muscles, which is the rear of the lower leg. So notice the technique. Feet is wider than hip width apart, toes forward, head up, chest up, neutral spine, core is engaged. Be sure that your knees track your toes by breaking at the hips and pushing through the feet to return back to the standing position. So a regression of the standard squat would be to be a box squat or a seated squat, which helps with teaching and or maintaining proper technique. The depth of the squat, minimize knee pain, and improve power out of the hole. So a progression would be a jump squat, which helps build mobility and balance, burns calories and fats, and tones the buttocks, legs, and abdomen. So our next slide demonstrates how to modify your standard plank. So the plank helps build the abdominal wall, the deltoids, and the lower back. So notice the technique. You want to get into a push-up position, but only on the forearms. Keep that neutral spine and neck. Squeeze those glutes. Tighten the abdomen. And a regression of the plank is to drop those knees and pick those feet up about 3 inches off the ground, all while still maintaining the technique of the standard plank. So a progression would be to go into a plank and tuck, which involves a push-up position and bringing the knee to the opposing elbow, all while still maintaining that neutral spine, neutral neck position. Another progression would be to go into a leg lift plank, which adds a little bit more stability to the plank. From there, we're going to go into an ab rollout, which is the most difficult ab exercise in my opinion. Those previous exercises will help build to this, exercise, because you really need to have a strong core in order to do this ab rollout. So our next slide goes into how to modify your standard lunge, which helps build the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes, the calves, and the abdominal muscles. So notice the technique. Upper back is straight, shoulders relaxed, knees go into a 90-degree angle, not allowing the back knee to touch the ground, chest up, and chin is up. This is your standard lunge. So from there, we're going to go into some exercises that utilizes the same muscle groups. So these are step ups. These also help to build the quadriceps, hamstrings, calf muscles, glutes, pretty much a total body workout. So from there, we're going to go into a step up that utilizes a little bit more core into it as well, by taking that off leg and thrusting it into the chest area. And so our next slide demonstrates the various exercises that I would use in my bodybuilding program. So which are some pull-ups, some chin-ups, which helps with the latissimus dorsi, as I stated before, which is right on that rib cage area, on the posterior of the rib cage, really. The pectoral muscles, the chest, so the biceps and the triceps, so that total arm workout. Your knee raises, your leg raises, and your toe and toes to the bar really help build the abdominal wall cavity with proper form through stabilizing the core. These are all very difficult abdominal exercises, but if you master them, your core will really be strong. From there, we're going to go into a muscle up, which really is the most advanced type of exercise, really, and it helps build everything: latissimus dorsi, biceps, triceps, forearms, pectorals, abdomen, and glutes. So the energy system that is utilized in weight training is the anaerobic lactic acid system, and the glucose, which is sugar in the blood, and stored glucose in the muscle, really help fuel this system.